As you enter the darkness, there is a rush of light as a single dancing flame bounces from one oil-filled sconce to the next, setting them alight before continuing its enchanting dance down the hall. You can make out shapes along the walls as your stretched shadow surveys the scene. You've descended down the stairs, and you're in a long corridor.
So is it super dark down here, even with that little light?
There are brackets of torches that effectively are lighting as you're approaching. It seems to be a magical effect, and then once you've gone a certain distance, the ones behind you will extinguish. So I'd say let's say every 5 to 10 feet there is a bracket on either side, and every 3 torches are lit as you are passing.
Well, if you guys need more light, I gotcha.
Seems like this is more up your alley, seeing as I'll defer to your judgments, because I'm not too familiar with the underground without a sky.
Should I remove my sunglasses?
Possibly, because I mean you got natural darkness. You should be probably all right.
Okay, I'll remove them. Back in my element. Ugh.
As you are walking along, you notice that it seems to be a dark and obviously narrow passageway. Stale, dead air permeates this tunnel, gently rushing past you and out of the obelisk through the crack in the structure, creating an unsettling breeze that carries a stench of decay. You can tell from this distance that a cave-in has collapsed most of the hallway here, with rubble blocking the path. To your immediate left, however, there is an archway that leads into pitch-black darkness. Along the arch, carved in a florid script that any dwarf could tell you would have been impossible to chisel into stone, is the phrase, "Those that fear truth's light shall be smote by it."
Can I see further beyond the archway?
You could see that, yes, you could see past the archway and into the chamber. And there seems to be ornate weapons mounted on a smooth white marble surface around the edge of this chamber.
Okay, I'll relay that to the others.
Thank you.
So do we think this is a puzzle or what?
That's what I was thinking. Could be. Could I try moving some of the rocks from the cave-in? Does it look like the cave-in goes on for a while?
Yeah, so you can sort of see past the caving, but like the gaps in between, like you wouldn't be able to fit through them, but you can see that like the tunnel goes on for quite a while. But there's large boulders and rocks are in the way. It would possibly take you a few hours to clear it.
Could I roll an investigation check to see if there's anything notable here that could help us out?
In the hallway? Sure. Right, so you don't see anything of any real importance in this hallway. Behind you are the stairs leading back out. Ahead of you is the fall-in from all the rubble, and to your immediate left is an archway that leads into a large chamber.
Oh, who's up for going into the chamber?
Can I grab one of the sconces off the wall, or are they pretty built onto there?
Roll me an investigation check. Okay. You can tell that they easily come off. And with your presence being, as they seem to be based on a proximity kind of magic, they just stay lit.
Okay, cool. So I'll take one of the sconces and then walk into the room first, I suppose.
All right. So
I'll follow behind.
Oh, I was gonna wait to see what happens. Sorry.
So you can see up ahead of you that there is another door or another archway, but this one has a door in it that seems to lead off somewhere else. In this room, it's quite oval, and the walls are made of white marble. And all around the room, there are various different weapons mounted.
What are these weapons?
You can see a variety of axes, swords, short bows, long bows, even some armor and shields. There's tridents and lances, daggers, scimitars, spears.
Looks like our mage friend here is quite the collector.
Wait, did they make it into the room without anything happening?
Yep, nothing happened. It's just a
Okay,
large chamber, possibly an old type of armory.
Well, I didn't follow them, so I'll grab a torch and now follow them in.
I'll point over to the weapons and say, these belong to the dead. We should keep moving on.
I agree.
Can I... let me think for a second.
Was there any way we could sabotage the weapons?
I was gonna say, can I do a perception check or maybe Arcana to see if there's some sort of, like, spell on them?
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead.
if we take them, something bad will happen?
Yeah, go ahead. So you notice that these weapons mounted to the walls, they actually look quite like they'd be quite difficult to remove.
Okay.
You did say there was another door leading onward, right, right, Crafty?
That is correct.
Okay, I'll just try to keep heading through that door.
You're going to head for the door? Okay.
Yep.
As you move along, you're holding your torch. I'd like a perception check from yourself. Okay.
Yep.
You notice nothing.
Nope.
I'd like to follow right behind Valen.
Okay.
And then using his light from his torch, I'd also like to roll perception.
Yeah, go ahead. You also notice nothing. This is just seemingly quite an interesting large chamber with a variety of weapons and such.
All right, so I'll also go in and suspiciously look around at the nothing
Roll me
that may or may not be there.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Oh, okay. As you continue moving through the dimly lit chamber, you notice that the shadows that you are casting against the white walls aren't quite synchronized with your movements.
Okay, I'm gonna share that with the party.
Oh, good catch. Now that I notice it. Wow.
When you look directly at the shadows...
Can I test something?
Yes.
So we have 2 torches.
Mhm.
Can I put out my torch and see if anything changes?
Sure. Your torch, was it one that you pulled off a wall, or was it your own?
Yes.
It's one you
No,
pulled
no, I pulled it off a wall.
It will not extinguish.
Oh, okay.
Could I pull out my torch that I have in my inventory and then test this theory?
Yeah, sure.
And, how do I do that? Or do I just do it?
I will just allow to say that you pull the torch out and you hold it up against one of the other torches so that it catches fire.
Alright. Now there's 3 sources of light.
Yep, and you can see.
Oh, I had.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know if this is me trying to be too cautious. I was gonna say we should test to see if the torches are magical or if the flame is magical by taking his unlit torch and lighting it with regular fire and then trying to put it out and then trying to light it with the torches that don't go out. Their fire. And if you can put that fire out, then there's not something weird with the fire, there's something weird with the torches.
Well, I just lit my torch with the fire, so I'm going to try to shake it, see if it goes out.
I will say that you're very vigorous with your shaking, and you do manage to put the fire out.
Okay, so torches are weird, not the fire. Got it.
Alright.
Can I toss my torch at the shadows?
Sure. So you throw
Just to
the
see, does that mean
Well, you
Yeah.
throw the torch at the shadow, and obviously the shadow moves wherever there's obviously blockage of light. While looking directly at these shadows, they seem absolutely normal. They actually are moving in sync with everything. No, doesn't seem to have been any change. Maybe perhaps it was a trick of the light, as it were.
I have an idea. Marin, can you turn around and not look at your shadow real quick?
Can do.
Okay. Now, one of us should throw a torch or tickle it or something. But not Marin. Don't look at your shadow.
Alright, my eyes are away. Do what you will to my shadow.
All right.
Okay.
First, I'm going to throw the torch at it.
Okay. Out of your peripheral. Got that done. Marin, you notice how the shadow didn't quite move at the same speed as it should have.
Yeah, bad feeling about this.
Are these shadows sentient? I wonder if they can speak a language. Can I talk to my shadow?
You could.
I went to trying to think. All I can think about is taunting it, but it makes me sound so mean.
Can I just yell?
Yeah, go.
Can I just yell at my shadow?
Sure.
And just say, "Hey, shadow, the jig's up. You can stop doing what you're doing now." But I say it kind of like in a scared voice, like kind of telling the ghost to come out of a haunted house.
There's no response.
Can I go tickle the shadow?
Sure.
All right, I'll go up to... Listen, I have an idea, okay? I'm going to go up to the rock and where the shadow is being cast and kind of tickle my fingers over it. Nothing happens?
Nothing.
As she
I
tries
jokingly
to,
laugh.
Does the shadow cover her hand like it would?
Yes, the
normally?
shadow
Or
acts
does-
as if as it normally would. There seems to be nothing happening whatsoever. It seems to be a case of that when you're not directly looking at it, it doesn't seem to just move at the same kind of speed that it should normally do.
Could I roll a persuasion check to talk to the shadow and see if it can cooperate with me in some way?
Sure.
Alright, persuading the shadow.
There is no response from the shadow.
I wonder if we can't put the torches out. And we can't...
Well, you can't put them out, but you have been carrying them.
What I wanted to do is I want to see what happens if they're in complete darkness, but...
Well, so if you
That
can't
may or may not
put
be a
them
bad
out,
idea.
you obviously are in a chamber and there was a hallway outside it.
Right,
there
but
any
if we go back
coffins?
and...
Are there any coffins around or boxes made of iron or stone or anything?
No. The floor is quite empty. It's literally just the only thing that's in here, other than the archway you came in, the door to go wherever. All else is in here are all the weapons that are mounted on the wall.
But if I go back into the hallway and put the torch back, am I able to go back through the doorway? I mean, I can cast, I can use dancing lights if I have to have light, and then I can
Sure, you can do.
put it out. All right, let me do that. I'll go put my torch back in the hallway, and then I'll cast dancing lights as a cantrip to
Okay.
enter back through the archway and come back to where everybody is.
Okay. So you still have the torch that Valen is holding.
Yeah, I'll toss it back, not walking through the thing, but I'll toss it through the doorway, trying to get it around the corner to eliminate the light.
Sure. There's plenty of light inside here. It's arguably even more now as the dancing orb of lights all hover around Collie, casting many shadows on the walls.
Is it more than normal?
Yes, because dancing light, I believe, is several orbs of light.
Okay. Should I try? I'll ask the group. Do you guys want me to put this out, or do you
Yeah.
think that's a bad idea?
Before you put out the light, could I grab my rope and then ask Collie to hold on to an end of the rope so that way we don't get separated?
Sure.
Good idea. Okay, yeah.
And I'll do that,
hold the
and I'll
rope.
also hand the other end of the rope to Valen so he doesn't get separated either. And then I will... do you guys want me to pull out my regular torch, see if anything happens?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say that this reminds me of drow mommies with their drow babies going shopping. They always have a little leash on them or something.
Hey,
Anyway.
if anyone's the parent here, it's clearly me.
All right, I'll put out my dancing
Okay.
lights.
And so you are all dropped into complete darkness.
All right, what do I see?
Complete darkness.
So like magical darkness.
So no, you're obviously with dark vision, everything's sort of grey to you, but there are no shadows. And all is very quiet. And you hear whispers in the dark. Don't do it, don't do it. Yes, make sure you must. You have to. If you don't, you're ever stuck forever. Don't do it. Yes, yes, you do. Make sure you do. You must do it. Don't do it. Stuck forever.
Can all of us hear those voices?
You can. And it seemed it was more than one voice. It was a few voices, almost like they were arguing with each other.
Do the voices sound like our voices, or are they just strangers?
It's a little bit of both. It's as if somebody is trying to copy your voice, but they aren't able to get it completely right, so they come off quite whispery and almost like an echo of your own voice.
I want to deepen my voice, so kind of like talking like this, and I just say a bunch of gibberish to see if it mimics my voice like this.
You must do it. Don't do it. Yes, yes, they must. They must not. They must not do it. Don't do it. Forever. Stuck forever. Enough.
Does
Can I
that
use
voice
my-
sound?
Sorry, you go.
Oh, good. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask if the voices sounded different than last time.
Nope, they sound exactly the same.
Can I use my divine sense to see if there's any undead within 60 feet of us? Or evil? Or
yeah.
celestial?
Yeah, sure. There are no undead, there are no celestials, and there's no evil.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that to the group and then ask if Kali can turn her lights back on and if we should just keep heading through the door.
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, I'll
Okay.
turn dancing lights back on.
Fantastic.
I am
And,
the light switch.
And I guess I'll put the rope away since we don't really have a need for that right now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of home.
I mean, if we want to keep it out just as a backup, if you two want to hold on to it, I'll hold on to it too.
It's just kind of cozy.
All right, so I guess we're all holding on to the rope with the light source.
Okay. You come up to the door. Who's attempted to open it?
I'll try
Yes.
to open it.
Okay. You pull the handle, and the door opens. The small creak.
Is there a hallway behind it, or
There appears to be a second chamber, but it's very dark. You have dark vision, right?
yeah, I have
Yeah,
dark vision
okay.
as well.
So you can see into the room. This seems to be quite a cylindrical shaped room. Very evenly so. The stone is extremely smooth. And you can see another door up ahead of you and some kind of a stand in the center of the room.
Okay, holding on to the rope, I'll motion for them to stay behind, and I'll head into the room a little bit to investigate the stand.
Okay. Where are the other two?
All right.
So
I believe
they're
we're right behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I make sure I'm watching through the doorway so I can see with my dark vision kind of what happens?
Sure. Okay. So you got Valen up in front. You've got Marin about midway, and then you got Collie on the end. Collie's you're in the doorway, right? And the other two have walked into the chamber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
so short. I may not be able to see over somebody's shoulder.
Not a problem. Okay, so yes, you can see that there seems to be a raised platform in the center, and there appears to be like an object of some kind in the center of the raised platform.
Can I investigate what the object is? without touching it?
You may. So you're getting right up close to it, and you can see that it's appears to be a sort of rectangle shape, quite smooth. Doesn't seem to have any distinguishing features or anything. But there seems to be sort of like a groove around the bottom of it, which would suggest that maybe it actually isn't a resting object, that maybe it's actually part of the raised platform itself.
Yeah, this place is kind of sketchy. I think we should just try to keep moving on. You said there was another door, right?
Directly ahead from the door that you came in, on the other side of the chamber, there is another door.
Yeah, I think we should just keep moving through the doors.
Okay, all right, we'll keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As Callie walks in to the room, the door automatically shuts behind her.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a large click.
Well, does the other door open?
Go and do an investigation check. Well, you attempt to move the handle, and nothing happens. The door does not budge.
Can I use a sleight of hand check to try to finagle our way out of the door?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, the door does not budge. However, it seems after just mere moments of you being within the chamber, lights appear and the whole room lights up. You notice how the ceiling is a good 200 feet up above you, and there seems to be an immense light right at the top. You can't tell what the light source is, but it completely fills the room with light, and you all kind of have to close your eyes for a moment, and Collie, you probably have to put your sunglasses on, because it is...
Yeah, I'll put those back on.
It's like it's the middle of the day. Like, it is so bright in here. And now you can see the room much clearer. And you can see that the walls are completely smooth all the way round, with exception of the door that you are trying to get through. Above that door is a series of numbers running in a spiral from 20 to 1. And they seem to have been carved into the wall itself.
Are the numbers in a pattern, or is it like 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 20?
So they start, say like 20 is at the top, and it goes in a spiraling circle going into the center, and the center number is a 1. So imagine it's like, if you were to go, let's say counterclockwise, and you'd put the 20 at the top, the 19 at the 1, you know, the 18,
Gotcha.
Like that. And as it goes all the way round, as it gets near the top, it sort of then curls in. So eventually it's like a spiral. And like the numbers.
Okay.
Like a whirlpool.
Yeah, a bit like a whirlpool.
Okay.
What are the doors made of?
They seem to be made of wood.
Can I set it on fire?
You can certainly try.
I've got a water skin in case it spreads out too far.
Does anybody have a cantrip that... I mean, I have Sacred Flame, but that's like a holy fire, isn't it?
I have a torch. Yeah, that's radiant. I guess I'll light my torch and see, and I'll hold it up to the wood door to try to scorch it a little bit.
Yep, and the flames flicker merrily, licking the door, and the door doesn't seem to catch whatsoever. Not even a sizzle.
Mm.
Can I try hitting it with my axe?
Yeah, by all means, roll to hit. Okay, the axe, you take a good swing, and the axe just goes boing, bounces off, as if the door was made of metal. Strangely.
Now that I'm able to see the door more clearly, can I roll another sleight of hand to try to finagle it around?
Yeah. As much of a master of finagling as you are, sir, unfortunately, it is not going to work on this door.
Well, I tried.
All right. Guess we got to do the puzzle the old-fashioned way.
Alright, so should we start by examining the pedestal in the center more?
Yeah, can I roll a perception or investigation or something to check it out?
Yes, what is it that you're trying to check?
So you said that it's like one piece. It's not like a rectangle sitting on top of something. It's all together.
Yeah, so let's see if I can to get a visual. Imagine like a... Do you guys have Smarties, the chocolate, over where you are? Or Pringles, the crisps?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Imagine a tube like the shape of a Pringles box is standing
Okay.
on there, and on the top of it, imagine something that kind of just looks like a cube. At first glance, it would look like it's just resting on there, but it kind of has like these grooves right at the bottom of it that sort of dig into the top of the we'll call it the Pringles box, giving the impression that this cube thing actually goes further into the pedestal rather than just being something that sits on top of it.
So it's like a button.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oof. Well, if I know anything about buttons in dark places, is that normally we're not supposed to push these.
Well, do you have any other ideas? Can we try the door where we came from? Is that one locked as well?
It is, and you may. Okay, yep, you can tell that this door seems to be just as firmly locked as the one that you were originally trying to get through.
So, can you tell me about that spiral of numbers again?
Yep, so they are carved into the wall. They spiral from 20 all the way into the center to a 1.
Huh.
The riddle at the beginning said, like, those who fear the true light will be smote by it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to act really scared while we're being shined by the light?
It's an interesting way of looking at it. I like it.
Do I still have dancing lights active, or are we just going off the light that's shining down?
You still have them active, but there's...
All right, can I put them out?
Sure.
All right. Did anything happen?
No.
Dang it.
Alright, I think we should push the button.
Okay. Who's gonna push the button?
I'll push the button.
Okay.
I'll slam my fist right on the button, like, very quickly, see what happens. Like,
All right. The button descends with ease and then raises itself back up. Immediately, the light extinguishes itself. You are all propelled back into darkness. However, there is a source of light. The numbers on the wall are now glowing white. And now the 20 has disappeared. And the 19 has disappeared.
Oh, it's a timer. Oh,
and
no.
the 18 has disappeared.
Can we try the door?
You can try the door. 16. 15. The door is not changed. It is not moving. Now, the numbers have now turned yellow.
Can we push the button again?
Yeah, sure. You press the button. The lights have come back on. And the the numbers have disappeared. The light is all on. Everything seems to have gone back to normal. And then next moment, the lights go out. The numbers have lit up white. And the 20 disappears. And
Oh,
the
crap.
19
Okay.
disappears.
Wait, so maybe we just aren't
18.
supposed to push the button again?
17.
well,
Like
it
those
seems
who
like it
fear-
resets the timer.
16.
Yeah, and those who fear the light will be smote by
15.
it, so we shouldn't fear it.
The
So we shouldn't
lights
push the
Oh.
button.
turn yellow. And the floor begins to shake.
Ooh.
14. 13. 12.
I don't work well under pressure.
11.
Yeah, me neither.
10.
Hmm.
But you can hear a rumbling from all around you, as if the walls are starting to move, and the
Perhaps
numbers
Valen has a point.
turn orange. You can hear those whispers again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes, do it. Yes, make sure you do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. 7.
So don't
Okay,
push
I'm
the
gonna
button.
trust. I'm gonna trust you guys and not touch the
5.
button again.
I'm gonna trust Valen and do the same.
The numbers
Yeah, but
have
what if I'm
turned
wrong?
red.
I'm gonna hold on to my
And
safety
then a
rope.
siren alarm has
Holding on
started to
too.
go off. As that is continuing to go on. 5,
My emotional support rope.
4,
Yeah.
Three.
Well, if this is the end, guys.
The numbers
then
begin
it is
flashing.
nice knowing you.
2, 1. The lights turn on, the numbers reset, and the door opens.
Okay, that was a close one, guys.
Hey, nicely done. That you only let the numbers run twice. That's really good. I ran, just a fun fact, I ran that for my my in real life team, and they reset it about 9 times before they eventually let it go.
It's all thanks to our emotional support rope.
I was saying.
Well, it was thanks to Valen's insight on the actually remembering what the riddle said.
Yeah. Oh my god! Too. I can't believe you remembered. Oh, I'm very pleased and at the same time a little disappointed. I could have got that. That could have gone on for a few minutes. Very nice. Right.
Good job, Valen. You're so big brain.
Mm-hmm. Big brain for those big muscles.
You hear those whispers again, and one of them says, "Good job, well done," and the other one says, "I lost a bet." The door opens to reveal a long cathedral-like room